Hello, everyone. Good to be with you once again. Listen, this is my last video about the World Bank and India, except that I'll have a summary video after this. In this video, I look at the five projects that were rated below good by the World Bank. These are the five recently completed large projects that were rated below good. So these are the five in which we failed to do justice to the money that we had borrowed from the World Bank. Now, fortunately, the World Bank won't give you all of its money at one time. And so, in many of these projects, the total loan was actually less than what had been allocated because the money couldn't even be spent. So, the World Bank won't let you spend money if the first few expenditures are not justified or are not doing what they are supposed to do. They won't release the later tranches, so to speak. Though the tranches are not by months or periods, they are linked to performance. So if it's not performing well, you won't get the additional money. So here's the list of the projects. The first one on the list is Rajasthan Power Reform. This is actually the second loan for power reform in Rajasthan. And yet, even the second project failed to deliver the goods. Now, there's no justification anymore for borrowing money from any source, external source, to reform the power sector in any state. We have enough states in India that are running a good power sector. All we have to do is to learn from them or even hire the retired people from those places to come and run your power sector. For example, Odisha has recently handed over the power sector in Odisha to the Tatas to run. No need for any World Bank money or any foreign money. Tata will invest and they will do the job. Let's see the results. But what I'm saying is there's actually no need. So it's tragic, really, that Rajasthan borrowed 250 million in this and 250 million before that, $500 million, and didn't do a good enough job. And then in the power sector, look at Andhra Pradesh, supposed to deliver power for all, but it failed to do so. In the end, the union government made the effort and says that they have connected almost everybody in India. But Andhra Pradesh again failed to do it. And this goes to my point that in India, the economic growth depends upon the chief ministers. Chief ministers of Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan have just wasted money and have not delivered power to the people as needed. And in the end, the union government doesn't really have much say over the power reforms in each state. And so it's up to the chief ministers. If they don't do a good job, the power sectors there will not be world class or not even national level, and the people will suffer and the economic growth will be held back. Then look at improving teacher effectiveness in Bihar. Also did do well. Again, I go back to the same point. Why do we need foreign money to improve teacher effectiveness in any part of India? And then we have another Andhra Pradesh project, disaster recovery project. Now, Kerala, much better response. We saw it was a very good project, so it can be done. Andhra Pradesh had flooding along the coastal zones, didn't do a good job, and the World Bank just rated it as poor. And finally, we have the rural water supply and sanitation program. This is actually a union program, union government program with states participating. Never worked, never went anywhere, and rated a dud by the World Bank, a fail, a flop, which is a very unusual rating from the World Bank. We couldn't make it work. So here we see that we have four projects that are in the states, and the fifth project, which is actually a union government project, but actually dependent upon the states. Again, we didn't get the results that we wanted. Just goes back to my original point, which I've made in many forums, many places, that the chief ministers are equally responsible for economic growth, equally responsible as the prime minister. We cannot just expect that the Prime Minister and the Union government will do the job. The chief ministers need to do a better job. And we see here the waste that has come about, if not of money, of time, the opportunity cost. So that's it for this video. In the next video, I will just summarize the points that I've made about India and the World Bank loans. See you then. Till then, bye.